Coach, obviously a pretty thrilling game. You guys, lock up the top spot in the league. Just can you kind of walk me through what you saw from your group tonight to battle all the way into a shootout tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive, going all the way to the bitter end on the last day. I think it speaks to the quality of every single team in this league that, statistically speaking, it was the first place and the last place playing against each other, but it goes to a shootout. So that really, kudos to Seattle. They got rewarded with some power plays there, and they have a very dangerous power play. And, I really liked our response of our group, putting more shifts together in the O-zone after that goal against. And, I thought that there was chances for us to win all the way up until, the final buzzer in regulation. But really happy with what we were able to come away with.
This one's for Abby. Kind of a physical game, a little bit of a playoff type atmosphere. Do you think that this was a good tune-up for that, or do you think in the playoffs maybe there won't be quite so many penalties called on some of the stuff that we saw in the call today?
Yeah, I think there definitely will be less penalties called than today. I think it was physical for sure. I think we could have for sure put the whistles a bit away a bit and let us all play 5-on-5 a little bit more, but that's hockey. You have to adapt with whatever's going on. I do think it was a good tune-up. It was nice to have kind of most of our lineup in, not the full thing, but we obviously got some players back, and I'm glad they got a game in before the playoffs, and they looked great, so I was really happy for them.
And for Coach Chevry, your goaltender is fantastic as usual, but could you speak a little bit about your defense? I think all season it's been maybe a little underrated. Excellent shot suppression, and we saw it kind of smother Seattle's offense for long stretches today. Can you just talk about your defense specifically and how they've come along this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think they deserve a lot of credit. I think that, our D-Corps has definitely done what they needed to do by committee. It hasn't been just one player. And, but we've seen our veteran players step up, and we've seen our rookies step up. And I think that that's the amazing thing about our D-Corps. And even tonight, there was a couple of really dangerous chances that Seattle created, and you just see Ambrose sliding across to take away that passing lane and kind of just kill it to the corner. And, it's really been a full team effort, and I think that that's been the key with our group is just having to, rely on everybody and using everybody, and that's been a big key for us.
So for this season, this is the first season of the 3 that we had expansion teams. How has it been for you this season with the 2 new teams? Have you seen a difference in play? Have you seen it be pretty normal and solidified? How has that been with the 2 extra teams? And have you noticed any difference in play between those that have been here for the first 6 and the new 2 ones?
Is that for me?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you're seeing is just, the organizations that have been established for the past 2 seasons, there is a learning curve a little bit with new teams coming into the league, and it's completely normal. And I think you saw maybe Vancouver and Seattle going through that a little bit this year. And, the organizations that have been around since the beginning have figured some things out, have kind of sorted through maybe some of the nuances that come with starting what is a new business, essentially. And, I think that they had a great season in terms of giving a big push at the end here. I thought both teams looked really good. We ended with both of them. So, Vancouver beat us and Seattle took us to a shootout. And I just think that, if the season was a little bit longer, they would still be making a push in this season for sure. But the standard of play, more players have jobs, more people have jobs, and I think that that's really, really important. And as you can see, there's no caliber drop off with any of the teams, which is awesome to see. And looking forward to when teams get a little bit more established and get their feet under them a little bit. And there's great things to come.
Lina, for you, can you walk us through what you felt or what you were thinking during that last shot? We know that Seattle Torrent fans are very loud. So, what were you thinking in the moment as you're preparing to take that shot?
I didn't think at all, I would say. I know, I mean, I feel like I have a pretty decent shot, so that was like the only thing that went through my mind to shoot the puck, and it went in today.
I'll shoot my shot. Since you guys took first place, you guys gonna let us know who you're gonna pick to be your opponent in the playoffs?
Hey, you know what? We have like 24 hours. We're gonna take it, I think. But
I was like, I don't think I'm gonna answer,
but
I appreciate you.
it's good. I didn't know if anyone was gonna ask.
I will ask a little bit about that. Do you? I'm guessing Danielle Sauvageau is going to pick who the opponent will be. Do you have any input on that? Is your process going to be any different than it was last season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're an organization like with everything where we use the people around us. That's for sure. And this is not a decision that anybody takes lightly, and it's certainly. When you make a decision to choose an opponent, automatically that opponent now feels something towards you if they didn't feel anything before. So that's never a good situation. But you know what? This is the way that it goes. This is the rule of the league. And we certainly have a process in place, something that I'll probably keep more in-house. But, I think we do a good job of using the people around us to try to choose the opponent that makes the most sense for us.
And then the last one for me for either Abby or Lina or both. I think maybe even more important than getting to select your opponent is getting home ice in the playoffs. You've been excellent at home. Can you talk a little bit about what is driving your excellent play at home, and if you think that'll translate into the playoffs?
Yeah, I can start. I can say it a million times. I think we have the most amazing fans. They come every game loud, ready to support us. They support us all across, just not even at the rink, in the city. They love us, and it's been incredible to play in Montreal in this market. And every game we want to come and put our best foot forward because those fans came and they're supporting us, and we want to make sure that we do bring everything we have for them. They bring energy. They really are a seventh player on the ice with us. So it's been amazing, and especially playoffs. Like, it's great to have home ice advantage just for last change, things like that. So I do think it was important, and we're definitely glad we got it.
That was perfect?
Yeah, it was perfect. nothing to add.
This is for Abby or Lina. We've seen you play at Place Bell, and we've seen you and heard the building here. Can you compare and contrast the buildings, and would you want to play? I mean, obviously, I think you'd want to play in a building a little bigger, but I don't know. Can you speak on that?
You want it, Lina?
You can take it, Abby.
Yeah, obviously it's fun to play in these big buildings. We've been pretty lucky, honestly, with a lot of takeover tours, playing in a lot of the big buildings and having a lot of fans. I think it's great because I think for a lot of us now, it kind of feels like the new normal. Like, it's not like, oh, there's 17,000 fans in the building. Like, we're nervous. I mean, the rookies, I think the first couple of times maybe a bit, but like, it's amazing that now every time I think a lot of us enter those rinks, it's just like, oh, this is the normal. There's 17,000 people here or whatever else. But the fan base here has been incredible. They're loud. They're into it. They want to support the team. You walk around, like, downtown, there's jerseys, there's hats. It's been really special to see how in the first year Seattle and even Vancouver both really jumped on board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next year. Are you coming? To Montreal? Well, you're welcome back.